Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the NBA slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Thursday, February the 7th. We got a 6-game Thursday slate. I'm going to go through each position and talk about some of the guys that stand out to me on this 6-game slate. And then I will give my 5 plays for DraftKings and 5 plays for Yahoo. 5 players that I like specifically for each site. Before we do get started, though, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like down below. And if you do enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, so that way you won't miss out on any of my new uploads. Starting off at point guard, though, at the top here we got Russell Westbrook in a spot at home against Memphis. He's 11,300. I really don't have a ton of interest in Westbrook today. I think there are other guys I would rather pay up for. I think I'd rather play LeBron for nearly $1,000 cheaper, even in a tough matchup on the road against Boston. I feel like LeBron gets up for this game and does try to play well against this Boston team. I do like him for $1,000 cheaper. I love Karl-Anthony Towns at 9,900 with no Jeff Teague, with no Derrick Rose in this game. Karl-Anthony Towns going to see a massive amount of usage. Should be a fantasy monster in this game. So Towns, LeBron are kind of the two guys I'm looking to pay up for. Not really going to Westbrook, and I don't think I'm really paying up at point guard in general. If I had to go to someone, it would probably be either Kyrie Irving or Mike Conley. Kyrie Irving, I just like this spot for him against a Lakers team that does play very fast. The Lakers have actually been pretty good defensively this year, but they're a team that plays so fast that just going up against them allows you to get more possessions, more opportunity for fantasy points. So I don't mind paying up for Kyrie. And then Mike Conley, I like quite a bit when you take Marc Gasol off the court. Conley does benefit a lot, and Marc Gasol is going to miss this game. So Conley, Irving would probably be the two guys I would go to if I was paying up, but there's some good plays in the mid-range. I really like Darren Collison at 6,400. I think he is a pretty good play today. On DraftKings, you can go to him. On Yahoo, he really stands out to me at just $20. I feel like Darren Collison's going to be a guy that I play in a decent amount of my Yahoo lineups. Love this spot for him. It is a Clippers team that has struggled defensively against guards this year, and this Clippers team that does play at a pretty fast pace. This is an up-pace spot for the Pacers. They will be playing up in pace here. Collison lately has really not done well because some of these games have been blowouts. They blew out the Lakers when they played the Wizards on the 30th. They blew out the Wizards as well. Only got 25 minutes out of Collison there. Only 25 minutes against the Lakers. But in games that are competitive, we're getting 34, 35 minutes out of Collison. Easily can put up 35, close to 40 DraftKings points. I feel like Collison's given you a floor of that lately in competitive games. And this is a game that you would expect to be competitive. Without Victor Oladipo, Darren Collison does see a little bit of a usage bump, does pick up more assists, so like him quite a bit at 6,400. And then Jared Bayless, I also like as well at 5,800. He's going to really benefit from no Derrick Rose and no Jeff Teague today. On Yahoo, he's at shooting guard. He's $21, and I like him over here as well. Like him on both sides. He's just going to play massive minutes without Rose and without Teague. We're going to get probably 37 to 38 minutes out of Jared Bayless here. I heard a lot of people last game, including me. I did play quite a bit of Jared Bayless in that game against Memphis, and he only put up 19 DraftKings points. So maybe people will get away from him, but the minutes are still going to be there. He's still been very productive without Teague and without Rose, and he's playing, like I said, a ton of minutes. So hard to avoid, even with the price tag, getting up to 5,800. I still like Jared Bayless quite a bit. I think he can definitely give you 5 to 6x value without a problem, and he does have upside for more. So I like Jared Bayless at point guard. He's a guy that I'm really looking to in that mid-range. And then if we're looking for value here, really isn't a ton of value that I love at this position. I think there's probably other ways I'd rather go if I'm trying to go cheap. I don't think point guard's a position I really want to go cheap at. So let's go ahead and move on to shooting guard now. So at this position at the top, you got DeMar DeRozan, who is expected to play today. He rested on Wednesday along with LaMarcus Aldridge, but both of them are going to play today for the Spurs. Don't really feel like DeRozan's a guy that I have to pay up for today, even at 7,600. On Yahoo, he's a small forward, and he's $33. With just how bad the small forward position usually is, I think DeMar DeRozan is a guy that I would probably play in some Yahoo lineups. But on DraftKings, with how you can do position eligibility and stuff, how you can play guys at different positions, I don't really see myself going to DeRozan. I like Andrew Wiggins at 5,900. He definitely benefits from no Rose and no Teague. I wouldn't mind playing him at this position if you want to go to him. You can play Bayless here. I think you can play Darren Collison here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Collison. No, Collison's just point guard, so can't play him, but you can still play Wiggins, who I like. You can play Bayless at shooting guard if you want to play him at this position. Value-wise, though, really isn't any value that I love. Don't see myself going cheap here. Nothing really stands out to me at shooting guard for value plays. So let's go ahead and move on to small forward. So I did mention LeBron. I like him on the slate at 10-4 in a road matchup with the Celtics. It's not a good matchup, like I said, but this is just one of those games you feel like LeBron's going to try and play well. Right now, DraftKings has him listed as questionable, but he's actually expected to play today. So I do like LeBron. Not going to prioritize him, though, over Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns is still the guy that I want to pay up for on the slate. But if I had to choose between LeBron or Paul George today, I think LeBron would be my guy at 10,400. But small forward in this mid-range, I think there are some strong plays here. I like Aaron Gordon quite a bit at 6,600 on DraftKings. I think Aaron Gordon is definitely in play for me if you do want to go to him. He played really well in that game against OKC, 46 DraftKings points in 36 minutes. In competitive games lately, Aaron Gordon has been playing 36 to 38 minutes, which we love to see. You would imagine this game stays competitive. Defensively, the Timberwolves are not a team I'm really scared of, especially without Robert Covington. So I do like Aaron Gordon at 6,600. He still feels just a tad bit underpriced on DraftKings, and I'm sure I'm going to be playing him on Yahoo as well. At the power forward position, there's not a ton of strong plays here besides Jaren Jackson. Aaron Gordon you could go to at 28. Jaren Jackson's probably going to be a popular guy a lot of people go to. Those are really the power forwards that stand out to me over here. LeBron, obviously, if you can pay up for him, but Aaron Gordon on Yahoo, along with Jaren Jackson, who we're going to talk about, is a guy that I wouldn't mind going to. 6,600 on DraftKings as well. I think you can definitely play Aaron Gordon at this position. Andrew Wiggins you can play at small forward, who I do like at 5,900 if you want to play him here. Value-wise, though, there really isn't any value that I see. Justin Holiday played really well last game with both Joakim Noah, JaMychal Green, and Marc Gasol all out for the Grizzlies. He played 39 minutes and put up 37 DraftKings points. The minutes should be there for Justin Holiday. Don't know if I can project him for 30 fantasy points or 35 fantasy points again. But if he's going to play 36, 38 minutes, especially if Kyle Anderson remains out, if Garrett Tipple remains out, the minutes should be there for Justin Holiday. So I did want to mention him at 5,200. I think he's still cheap on Yahoo as well. Justin Holiday, $14 at shooting guard. Could definitely play him as a value play if you are trying to go cheap at shooting guard on Yahoo or at small forward on DraftKings. Don't mind some Justin Holiday at 5,200. But sub 5K really is no cheap value that I love at this position. So let's go ahead and move on to power forward now. So this is where we start to get into some of the good plays. At the top, you obviously have LeBron, who I do like. But looking at some of the power forwards that stand out to me, specifically on DraftKings, I think there are some good plays in the mid-range today. Really like Jaren Jackson at 6K. Just without Marc Gasol, Jaren Jackson does benefit quite a bit. I like him on both sites. On DraftKings, he's 6K. On Yahoo, he's $22 at small forward. He feels underpriced on both sites by a decent amount. He should probably be 6,500, 7K with Marc Gasol out on DraftKings. On Yahoo, Jaren Jackson Jr. should probably be like $25, $26. So we're still getting him a bit underpriced in my opinion. Last game, he played really well without Gasol. Played 38 minutes, which I believe is a season high. I don't think he's ever played more minutes than that so far this year. And he put up 41 DraftKings points. Had a really good game. As long as Jaren Jackson stays out of foul trouble, he should probably play 35 minutes again, especially if JaMychal Green and Joakim Noah still remain out there. Their front court's going to be very thin. These guys are going to be forced to play big minutes. So I like Triple J again today at 6K. I think this is a really good matchup for him. Up in pace spot as well. Memphis will be playing up in pace going up against OKC. And then another guy that's going to benefit from Marc Gasol being out is Ivan Rabb. A lot of people played him last slate. He was probably the best value on the slate once we got the news that Marc Gasol was out. He did get priced up quite a bit. He's up to 5,100 on DraftKings. On Yahoo, he's at center. You have to play him at center. He's $15 over here. But honestly, to me, he still feels underpriced, especially if Noah and Green remain out as well. We should get 34 to 35 minutes out of Von Rabb if Green and Noah are out. If Green and Noah play, then the minutes probably come down a bit for Rabb. He probably plays like 29 to 28 minutes, but especially if Noah's out, we should get upper 30s in minutes from Rabb. He can give you a point per minute, even in a tough matchup against OKC. We should still get 30-plus DraftKings points out of Von Rabb, and he still stands out to me even at 5,100 on DraftKings, even with the price tag rising, I still like Von Raab quite a bit on both sides. Definitely going to be in my lineups today. Him and Triple J, I think, are both pretty good plays from Memphis, just with how thin their front court is right now. But those are the power forwards that I really like, that I'm really going to. Those are the guys that stand out to me at this position. So let's go ahead and move on to center now. So I talked about Karl-Anthony Towns. Love him on this slate. He's the guy that I'm really trying to pay it for. He's 9,900 on DraftKings, and on Yahoo he is $45 at center. I think he's a great play on both sides. Just without Jeff Teague, or ever since the Jimmy Butler trade, without Jeff Teague and without Derrick Rose on the court, Karl-Anthony Towns' usage is through the roof. He averages, I think it's like a fantasy point, or it's like 1.4 or 1.5 fantasy points per minute. So if he plays anywhere from 36 to 38 minutes, which you probably project him here if this game stays close, should easily be able to give you 55 to 60 DraftKings points. I think that's probably a floor from Karl-Anthony Towns here. Obviously, he has a pretty big 70, 80 point ceiling, so love Cat here. Not scared of the matchup with Orlando. This is definitely a matchup where Cat can have some success. I just want the game to stay competitive, which it should. So Cat, really a guy I'm trying to pay up for on the slate. Still feels underpriced in my opinion. 9,900 on DraftKings, especially with no Teague and with no Rose. Would definitely play him over Vucevic today. Only a $600 difference. That's not enough savings for me to want to go down to Vuce. I would still pay up for Cat in that situation. If you're not paying up for Cat, though, I think there are some good plays in the mid-range. Love Miles Turner today. Love this matchup for him against the Clippers. I like him on DraftKings because you can play like Jackson at power forward, you can play Rabb at power forward, or you can play Rabb at forward, which allows you to play Towns and Turner. On Yahoo, it's obviously tougher because Towns, Turner, Rabb, they're all centers, and you can only play two centers. So if you want to play Turner on Yahoo, you're probably going to have to either not play Von Rabb or not pay up for Karl-Anthony Towns, which I don't mind. I'm going to be playing 10 lineups on Yahoo, so I'm sure I'll have some lineups where I go Towns, Turner, some lineups where I go Turner, Rabb, and then obviously some lineups where I go with Towns and Rabb. I like mixing up those three centers. I think those are probably three of my favorite center plays. If I'm paying up at center, I love Towns. If I'm going to the mid-range at center, love Turner. And then if I need value at center, I think Rabb's the guy that I want. But going back to Turner, such a good matchup for him against a Clippers team that so far this year has just struggled all year defensively against centers. Turner should probably play 33, 34 minutes here against the Clippers if this game is competitive. And he's really benefited lately from no Victor Oladipo. Usage rate does spike up a little bit, and Turner is just a more productive player when Victor Oladipo is off the court. So love him here. The minutes should be there if the game's competitive, and he should probably give us over a fantasy point per minute. Easily can get 40 DraftKings points. On a 6,500, that does feel like a pretty good pay, in my opinion, if I'm going to that mid-range. You have Al Horford there, you have Ibaka there, you have Adams there. I think if I'm going to that mid-range, though, Miles Turner is the guy that I want at 6,500. Value-wise at center, really isn't any value that I like here. I don't really see myself going cheap. I think the mid-range, or the cheap guy that I would play here would be Von Rabb, but you can play him at power forward if you need to. Really, I like Turner, Rabb, and Towns. Those are kind of the centers that really stand out to me. I think you can play Triple J at center as well if you want to play him here. But yeah, I think that's it for center, guys, and I think that's it for the video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully it did help you. If you enjoyed, make sure you click that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already, and if you do have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below, or hit me up on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. But yeah, guys, good luck tonight on the 6-game slate. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.